Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be comparing the DJI AIR2s and the DJI Mini 2. Can you tell the difference between 5.4K and 4K? Let's get into the video. They both take really good photos and videos. The AIR2s with that 1-inch sensor you would think will be leaps ahead, but let's go and check out some sample footage and videos from today and see if you can guess which one is which. This first shot here I think is pretty hard to distinguish which one is which. First we've got a rising shot, 5.4K and 4K. This is a 4K timeline, so it's not going to be full 5.4K quality, but that's thanks to YouTube. But the clear obvious difference I think is that Mini 2 does oversaturate that image, and neither have got ND filters on. I'm trying to keep this as fair as possible. So the Mini 2, you can see by the greens, it doesn't look as natural. You can see the colours are a little bit more fake. It is oversaturating a lot, and that's obvious throughout the whole video. But look at the photo, the AIR2s and the Mini 2, both fantastic photos. I just feel that saturation makes it pretty obvious. What about this next shot? So another rising shot here. Could you tell that difference? Which one is which? Which are you going for? What's this going to be, AIR2s or Mini 2? So this one's Mini 2 and this one is AIR2s. Can you tell the difference? I think this is where it seems to be pretty obvious now. Let's look at the difference now going into these boats. So both good images again, but on the left hand side that is much more natural and nicer colours coming down onto them boats. Again, heavily oversaturated from that Mini 2, but both I feel are fantastic looking pictures. But when we zoom in you can tell the difference. So let's get a bit closer to the two boats now. So the AIR2s photo looks nice, it's got a lot of details there, it looks nice and natural, it's not overly saturated. And the Mini 2, again a fantastic image, you know, that's great, but the greens do look a bit unnatural in comparison. And then if we just compare the two, you can see the difference there. And then certainly when we zoom in, it's at 200%. The AIR2s still retains pretty good quality on that boat, whereas the Mini 2 is starting to fall apart now. But you're not going to be zooming in 200 times most of the time, are you? I'm just showing you that that's the difference between the two sensors. What about these shots now? So this is one shot and this is a second shot. Pretty similar now, isn't it? What do you think? Can you tell that difference? So this shot now is the AIR2s and this one is the Mini 2. So AIR2s, the blues I think are a lot more pleasing to the eye, but both are fantastic. If we look at the photo now, this is a really good valued photo. You could sell this easily. And then the next one, which is the AIR2s, this is the AIR2s shot. Again, a bit more detail I can find and we'll zoom in a second, but both are fantastic. And you know, unless you actually want to be selling these professionally, maybe do you need that difference? And then when we put the side by side, you can see that difference there. The blues are a lot bluer on the left hand side and it's not as saturated, and when we zoom in you can see more detail in those boats on the left hand side on the AIR2s. But overall I find both are fantastic and able to capture some fantastic footage, both videos and photos. In an area like this, you know, most people won't be able to tell the difference, and certainly nobody's going to come and say, oh god, them photos aren't very good, that's only from a Mini 2. There really isn't massive amounts of difference, but there is a minor difference in relation to the actual details of this. So AIR2s again wins on here, but it's close, isn't it? It's really close. Is it a $500 difference? That's debatable. So look at this shot now. So we're going to be hovering over now to the wind turbine just ahead. What's this on? And then look at the next shot, second shot. Again, if you've been following along, this is pretty obvious now. This is the Mini 2, just because them greens don't look as natural. But is it a good shot? Of course it is, yeah. It's very hard to distinguish the difference. Is this going to be a $500 difference to you? Are you happy to pay that extra money? If so, you're going to get better quality. It is obvious to see that AIR2s is fantastic in the air at producing some lovely photos and videos. But so is the Mini 2, and that's a question you need to ask yourself. Is this a big enough difference? In the next video I'm going to be doing another showdown with these two in low light, so that might be a bigger difference for you. But Mini 2 and AIR2s, both I feel at the moment are kings in relation to the DJI products that are out at the moment. Both fantastic drones. Obviously the AIR2s does have that active track, but with some steady fingers and creativity you can mimic your own active track with that Mini 2 as well, just by practicing, trying to focus on a subject and then just follow the movement of it. You could recreate that yourself. It's not as easy to do, it's not as nice, but it could be done. And the reason why I use the ND filters so much on the Mini 2, especially if you just look now at the video scopes on the left hand side, the Mini 2 without an ND filter on is oversaturating that image a lot. So that shutter speed is really high. So by having an ND filter on, it's going to bring that shutter speed down and allow you to use manual controls. If we look at the Air2s, you can see them colors aren't as high up to that 100 mark on the left hand side. So these aren't as overly saturated. It's a lot more of a natural, pleasant image. Back over to the Mini 2, you can see just how many colors there are and how much it's oversaturating that image. Everything doesn't look as nice and natural, just like as if you was in the air yourself looking down. It looks a bit too over processed, so ND filters will help that out a lot. But the Air2s, I think one there we can all say it did, but is this going to be a $500 difference to you? Are these extra features like the active track and the position sensors important to you? You know, both are fantastic drones. It all depends on what you need that drone for, what your budget is, and what your future plans are in relation to this drone. If you're in the US, then you know you don't have as many problems as relation to restrictions. UK, Europe, Canada, we do. So are you going to do extra courses to do this and to fly this drone? I think both are great. It all depends on your budget and why you want this drone. But I hope you all enjoyed that, guys. Low light test between these two is coming soon. Take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.